This is Nick with Bill Brothers Roofing at 12409 Salmon River Road. Starting my digital inspection, we always like to start underneath the eaves of the house. So, eaves of the home, they consist of your fascia board, you then have your rafter tails, and then you have your starter board. And the reason why we like to start underneath the eave is that it gives us an idea of what kind of wood damage we can expect. Now, in this neighborhood, we've done a bunch of roofs. We found that these roofs tend to come with a lot of wood repair. And there's a big reason for it. So you can see just how damaged all this fascia is, how soft it is, all the watermarks that have been coming down. And the big reason for it is this piece of wood right here. This is called a shadow board. And I'm gonna work up to the top and I'm gonna point out kind of what this does. And there's a better representation right up here. But you can see how as that water gets underneath, it'll kind of dam up right behind this shadow board because that board is higher than the decking itself. And what ends up happening is all the shiplap underneath it and a lot of times the fascia board underneath it ends up getting really damaged. So I'm going to point out this portion of the roof because I think this is a perfect representation of what happens. Since this tile has already been slipping down, it really kind of lets us see. So obviously you can see all this wood has completely rotted through. A lot of this wood is going to need to be replaced. A lot of this fascia board is going to need to be replaced as well. But here's that shadow board that I was talking about. And you can see how it goes above the starter board itself. And so as that water runs down, it gets caught and all this board ends up getting extremely damaged. So even if I come over here on this section, I can come underneath it and just poke this and you can just see how soft it is. I mean, it's literally just disintegrating at this point. So the homeowner needs to be aware that there will be some wood repair, a good amount of wood repair on this project, just like we've seen with a bunch of the other roofs that we've done in this neighborhood as well. Got some cracked tiles over here also. Now this is a concrete S-tile roof. Concrete tile tends to get stronger as it ages. So, you know, these roofs are prime candidates for lift and resets. I would love to see a new tile roof go on this, just aesthetically. I think it's gonna look really nice for the homeowner. They're gonna be a lot more pleased. I'll go over that with them too. But if they want to save a little money, they do have the opportunity to go with lift and reset. But again, you can just see what the condition of this underlayment is in. So this is the original underlayment. This stuff is just crumbling at this point in my fingertips. We can also see just how soft everything is. This was actually in pretty decent shape right here. But again, you can see where that water can just dam up right behind this section. So again, homeowner needs to be prepared for that. The valleys aren't as tight as they normally are, so they are opened up a little bit. I want my guys to open up these valleys when we go ahead and redo this roof. We want water and debris to flow freely down this valley. When it's as tight as it is right now, you can see how debris will just accumulate in the valley itself. We got some broken tiles underneath here. And so what ends up happening is instead of that water just running down the valley, it'll divert into other areas of the roof that it's not supposed to, and it ends up getting underneath the valley metal, and that's where major leaks tend to occur. We can see we have a lot of damaged ridge caps on this roof. A good amount of the ridge board will need to be replaced. All the mortar capping is completely starting to fail. It's no longer adhering to the tile product itself. We can see that all the flashing is the old school mortar flashing. We're going to go ahead and redo all these flashings and penetrations just to ensure that everything is properly waterproofed. You can see how everything is starting to crack too. So every time it rains, water's getting underneath and into those penetrations. I pulled a couple tiles just to show the homeowner what the condition of the underlayment is, and we can see just how old it is. You know, this stuff is extremely brittle right now, literally crumbling in my fingertips. It's very smooth, very thin. Fresh underlayment is going to be thick, very coarse, very granular to the touch. And this underlayment is none of those. And then just over here on this section, I put one more tile on this roof plane just to show what I'm talking about. And again, we have the same situation. You can see all the watermarks and streaks coming down here, and then you can just see just how thin this stuff is again. So in my professional opinion, yeah, this roof needs to be replaced. We can go ahead and do a lift and reset. We'll lift all these tiles up. We'll replace all the underlayment underneath it. We will replace the current underlayment with 2 layers of UDL 40 underlayment to ensure the proper waterproofing. Right now we have 1 layer of probably UDL 30. The other option the homeowner can go with is a new tile roof. Either way, the roof will be brand new. All the flashings will be redone. We'll redo the flashings around the skylight, brand new drip edge, and brand new bird stop along the entire perimeter of the home. And then they have a brand new roof after that. That's it for my inspection.